Welcome to our introduction course to jQuery. Within this course, we're going to be introducing you to all the amazing things that you can do with jQuery. My name is Lawrence and I'm going to be your course instructor. I've been a web developer for over 15 years and I use jQuery on a regular basis. I also want to be able to share my knowledge with you in regards to using this amazing JavaScript library. I really want to show you all the really cool things that you can do with jQuery within this course. So course prerequisites are you should have a basic understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The more you understand CSS and JavaScript, the more and easier you'll be able to pick up the concepts within this course. But don't worry, we're going to be going over all the syntax and covering all the topics and explaining them with examples. And as you progress through the course, you should be able to get a better understanding of how to apply jQuery within your web projects. So even though if you're not as familiar with JavaScript, you can get by with just having a basic understanding of CSS, HTML, and a basic understanding of how to apply scripting languages within your web pages. So also, if you're worried about a lot of coding within this course, you don't have to worry because you're going to quickly be able to see how easy it is to use jQuery. The syntax is going to be so easy and self-explanatory, and that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy jQuery, because it is really straightforward and it simply just makes sense. Also, to get the best learning experience, I do encourage you to work along with the lessons within this course and see what you can make jQuery do. Don't be afraid to try writing jQuery. I guarantee you'll be impressed with how easy it is to apply jQuery to your web pages. By the end of the course, you should be confident with using jQuery within your own web projects. In this course, we're going to cover off everything to do with jQuery, showing you how amazing it is, how easy it is to use, and how much time you're going to save creating code with jQuery. So jQuery is a JavaScript library, and we're going to be running through all the different functionality that's available in jQuery, talking about the DOM and looking at how jQuery utilizes the DOM and the DOM information to really be able to provide that dynamic interactive functionality within your web pages. This course will show you how to get started working with jQuery quickly and easily. Once you have jQuery set up and ready within your code, and I promise it's going to be really easy to do, and you're always going to be amazed at how easy it is to work with jQuery. So we're going to look at jQuery selectors, looking at different ways of selecting content elements from your HTML and interacting with them via jQuery. So we're going to look at jQuery HTML and accessing the DOM, manipulating the DOM. So we're going to look at different jQuery methods such as text, HTML, and value, and you're going to see really how easy it is to update HTML content, access DOM content, and update it via your jQuery code. We're also going to look at different selectors, setting selectors, and updating HTML with jQuery. We're going to be using IDs, classes, and tags, and accessing all of these different pieces of content within your HTML, retrieving that content, and updating that content, all using jQuery. Then we're going to look at how we can manipulate that HTML, adding in additional elements and information within that element using jQuery as well. Then we get to the exciting part about jQuery, and those are how we interact with events and event triggers, and just how easy it is to access all of these different available events on your web page simply by just by one method, and being able to utilize those event triggers So we're going to also look at mouse events, so all kinds of different event triggers, so such as the mouse events, also click events, keyboard events, and more form-focused events, and how to interact with forms via jQuery. Then we're going to look at traversing through jQuery and looking at different ways of selecting those HTML elements and really getting down deep into ways of traversing through and selecting different elements from parents to children, looking at all the descendants of each different element and how we can access those, and moving along through different siblings, what different ways we can filter the HTML elements and access them through jQuery. Visual effects with CSS that we can do via jQuery. So we can add classes, remove classes, access attributes, attribute information. And then we get to this really exciting stuff with jQuery, where we start creating these visual effects and animations with different elements on our page. We can look at things like hide, show, fading in and out, different fade effects, also sliding up and sliding down, toggling the slide, and then finally looking at animation. So full out animation via jQuery, animating any one of those HTML elements. And then lastly, we're going to look at one of my most favorite parts about jQuery, and that's its ability to do AJAX calls. Now, AJAX gives you so much powerful capability within your HTML, so you don't have to do page reloads. You can access server information and load that content dynamically, and then of course make use of that content within your JavaScript or within your jQuery. And jQuery just makes it just so easy to make these AJAX calls that it's such a simplified way, and it's very smooth and seamless loading in all of this data. So this is some information about AJAX in general, and then we're also going to look at JSON, because JSON really is one of those favorite ways of transferring data and accessing all of those data objects within your JavaScript. So we're going to look at loading content, then we're going to look at getting content. We're also going to be looking at get JSON specific methods. We're also going to be looking at posting that information, and then of course using the AJAX method in jQuery. So all of this and a whole lot more, including all the source files and challenges, is included within this course. I also do encourage you to practice along, work along with the source code that we provide within the course, and practice jQuery and see what you can do, what amazing things you can have jQuery do within your web pages. So when you're ready, let's begin learning jQuery.